Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and hello everyone. I am Nur Juhaida binti Amran from University Technology Mara, UiTM, and today I would like to present my research topic decision-making factors influencing international student selection of international branch campuses in Malaysia, a quantitative study using partial least square structural equation modeling PLS-SEM. Okay, so let's start with the introduction. Okay, as a background of the study, we need to think if we are an international students. Choosing the right university is a very crucial for international students because they need to decide which university that they should go and what will happen if they choose that university. There are many factors of why the students choose that university, such as their interest, their personal determinants, the socio-economic background, the peer and society around them, the university reputation itself, the cost of education and the cost of living that they need to cover, and the location, whether they are safe, whether it is safety or not, and what will happen if they choose the university is it the university can enhance their learning experience, is it the university can provide any academic achievements and can provide the future career opportunities to shaping the educational path, and in our international students is a prospect in the future, and if the university can create the overall success after they enroll to that university. Malaysia has put a target to become an education hub. Since 2007, Ministry of Higher Education (MOHE) has established National Higher Education Strategic Plan with the target to have 200,000 international students by the year 2020. And after that, in 2011, Ministry of Higher Education established internationalization policy for Malaysian higher education to help expedite the process of getting international students to Malaysia. And in 2015, Ministry of Higher Education created Malaysia Education Blueprint Higher Education with aim to have 250,000 international students by 2035 and 335,000 international students by 2030. In order to meet the target, Malaysia has taken initiative to establish 10 international branch campuses in Malaysia. There are RCSI and UCD Malaysia campus, Monash University, the University of Nottingham Malaysia, German University Malaysia campus, Harry Ward University Malaysia, Newcastle University Medicine Malaysia, University of Southampton Malaysia campus, University of Reading Malaysia, Swinburne University of Technology, and Curtin University. Here is the statistics of international students from 2002 to 2023, retrieved from Statistik Pendidikan Tinggi (MOE) on the website. So the green line showing the actual enrollment of our international students, and the purple line is actually the target enrollment from the Ministry of Higher Education. So in 2017, the actual enrollment was 128,531 international students. In 2020, the target enrollment was to achieve 200,000 international students. However, the actual enrollment of our international students was just about 89,494 international students, which is only 44.7% from the actual target. And after that, in 2023, the actual enrollment was 114,765, which is only 57.38% from the actual target in 2020. And the next target is in 2025, where the target enrollment 250,000, and in 2023, with the target enrollment is 335,000. Therefore, if the current numbers is less than the targeted numbers, it can give impact towards the international branch campuses. In terms of the economic impacts, because IBCs are very expensive to establish in Malaysia, and it depends on the numbers as revenue. So if the student numbers is less, the revenues also will be less. And our international students drive for profit activities through their tuition fees and the local spending in Malaysia. In terms of the financial challenges, it will lead to the inconsistent financial performance to the IBCs, and there will be less revenues, research and grant fundings, because in order to attract more funders, IBCs must maintain their financial performance. And it will lead to the budget constraint, compromise the quality of education and support services, and after that lead to the cost-cutting measures, staff layoff or hiring freeze, together with no bonuses to the staff. And after that, in terms of the operational challenges, it will damage the reputation and finances of the home universities. And it is also affecting the ability for the IBCs to attract after cohort, which is the future cohort. And it is very hard for the IBCs to maintain the partnership, because they need to put trust, especially in terms of the financial performance. And if worst case scenario, it will lead to the shutdown and risk of permanent closure. This study would like to address the empirical gap, which is the limited focus on key factors influencing the decision-making process among international students when selecting international branch campuses in Malaysia. The research objective of the study is to investigate the factors influencing international students' decision-making in selecting IBCs in Malaysia. And the research questions of the study is: what are the factors influencing international students' decision-making in selecting IBCs in Malaysia? Scope of the study is the factors influencing international students' decision-making in selecting IBCs in Malaysia. And with 10 international branch campuses in Malaysia, and the data for the study will be collected through questionnaires administered to existing international students. There are also limitations of the study, which is the challenges in data accessibility and data consistency for international branch campuses, and there are limitations in data collection due to the Protection Data Policy Act, PDPA compliance. The study will significance towards a few parties. First is the educational institutions, where the educational institutions can tailor their offerings to meet the evolving needs and preferences of international students, and contributes to the enrichment and diversification of Malaysia's educational landscape. And for the policy makers and educational stakeholders, they can develop targeted initiatives and policies aimed to attract more international students and to retain them, and can inform best practices for IBC's administrators, to enabling them to enhance the overall student experience and academic offerings. And it also acts as a catalyst for the cultural exchange, where it contributes to a deeper understanding of the cultural, social, and economic factors that shape educational choices. And this study also, since it is related to the international student, it can promote intercultural dialogue and global citizenship. Next will be the literature review. So here are the previous research related to the decision making and selecting IBCs in Malaysia. Morley, Casagrande and Forte in 2022 highlighted that the decision making is a critical skill that plays a central role in daily life, enabling individuals to adapt to their environment and cultivate autonomy. Fabrianza and Mendiza 2020 highlight on the decision making serve as a mechanism for evaluating and selecting one or more options. The field of decision making is closely linked with problem solving and goal achievement. Rodriguez 2020 highlighted on the effective decision making is a vital for navigating real world challenges, especially during university life. And Li Pan and Wu 2022 highlighted on the good decision making skills contribute to academic success and life stability. Here are the previous research related to the factors influencing decision making in selecting IBCs in Malaysia. As for the personal determinant factors, Gutema, Pan and Nico 2024 studied about the pre-existing desire and the perceptions of students' lifestyle. Yi and Duval Fortil in 2021 also studied about the personal motivations. And next is the socio-economic background. Abdul Aziz, Zulkifli, Mat Nasir and Abdul Karim 2020 studied about the family support. And Yoshida in 2020 studied about the students from higher economic background and the difference between the students on the lower socio-economic background. And in terms of the university reputation factors, Cynthia and Chong 2023, together with the Matthias and Acosta 2022, studied about the institution's reputation. And last is the cost of education. Cynthia and Chong 2023 and Sim Hee Tan and 2020 highlighted on the cost of education, including tuition and housing, and together with the tuition fees that significantly impact the students' choice of educational institutions. These studies adapted the push and pull theory, where the push factors are the factors that drive individuals to leave their home country, while the pull factors are the factors that attract them to new destination. So this theory was supported by a previous research such as Gutema, Pan and Nico in 2022, where they stated that aligning with pull theory, push factors include poor education quality, limited job opportunity at home, while pull factors encompass attractive host country policies, high academic reputation, scholarship and job prospects. And Cynthia and Chong in 2023 highlighted that the push-pull theory explained international students' decision to study abroad with push factors such as limited home country programs and career prospect, and pull factors like recognized programs and career opportunities and affordable education abroad. Here is the proposed framework for the study. There are 4 independent variables, which are personal determinants, socioeconomic background, university reputation, and cost of education. While the dependent variables is the international students' decision making in selecting IBCs in Malaysia. Here are the hypotheses of the study. Hypothesis 1, personal determinants are positively associated with international students' decision-making in selecting IBCs in Malaysia. H2, socioeconomic background is positively associated with international students' decision-making in selecting IBCs in Malaysia. H3, university reputation is positively associated with international students' decision-making in selecting IBCs in Malaysia. And H4, cost of education is positively associated with international students' decision-making in selecting IBCs in Malaysia. Next is the research methodology. Here are the research paradigm. The philosophy of this research is positivism. The approach used is a deductive approach. The strategy used for this research is the survey, and it used monometric quantitative as the methodological choice, and it used cross-sectional for the time horizon. And the technique and procedure used for the study is purposive sampling, questionnaires, and the software Smart PLS for PLS SEM. As for the research strategy, it starts with the researcher issued 5-point Likert skill structured questionnaires towards the undergraduates international students at 10 IBCs in Malaysia, and then the participants will answer the questionnaires. After the data has been collected, it will use to analyze using the PLSAM with using Smart PLS for software. This software can help to investigate the factors influencing decision making. So research design, the purpose of this study is to investigate factors influencing international students' decision making in selecting IBCs in Malaysia. The unit of analysis is the individual respondent, specifically existing international students at IBCs in Malaysia. The time horizon is cross-sectional study. The sampling design is the population international branch campuses, and the target population is the existing international students at IBCs in Malaysia. For the sampling frame, due to PDPA constraint, a complete sampling frame of all international students at IBC in Malaysia is not possible. So this study is using purposive sampling, and at least 300 international students for the sample size. So each university will have at least 30 minimum respondents. So the instrument used for the study is the 5-point Likert square questionnaire. And in the first section, the questions is more towards the demographic information. And in the second section are the factors of personal determinants, socioeconomic background, university reputation, and cost of education. The data analysis technique is PLS-SEM, where it will use to analyze the complex relationship between factors involving steps such as specifying and evaluating measurement and structural models and testing path coefficient through bootstrapping. Next is the key findings. Here is the table 1, composite reliability, path coefficients, average variance extracted, AVE, and hypothesis testing for the decision-making factors in selecting IBCs. So there are 4 factors for this study, where the first is to study about the composite reliability, where this to measure how consistently the questions in each factor group together. So the threshold should be above 0.7. And as we can see in this first row, all threshold are above 0.7. So it means that the factors is reliable. Next is the path coefficient, where this number show the strength and direction of the relationship between each decision-making factor and the choice of IBCs. So a higher positive value means a stronger influence. So as we can see here, personal determinants is the highest path coefficient value. Next is the AVE, where AVE shows how much of the variance in the response is explained by the factor itself. So AVE must be above 0.5 to explain that half variance indicating the good validity. And for the hypothesis testing, which is the result, which is to show that all of the factors was supported and significantly affects. Okay, next is the discussions. So the first factors, personal determinants, IBCs must move beyond institutional marketing and instead focus on understanding and aligning with students' personal aspirations. The marketing department, especially on the recruitment strategies that communicate how programs support personal growth, career progression, their well-being, and the cross-cultural readiness are likely to resonate more effectively. In terms of the university reputation, IBC must not rely solely on the affiliation, and they must ensure that their reputation is firm. In terms of the academic excellence, research output, and the employer engagement. Next is the socio-economic background, where the institution must recognize the diversity in the students' financial capacities. The easiness to have the financial aid, scholarship, or any flexible payment can help to attract more international students. For the cost of education, reinforce the importance of maintaining the affordability advantage of IBCs can attract more international students because they will compare the price or cost of education from the host country and the home country. There are also limitations during this study and suggestion for the future research. This study is using a cross-sectional design where in future research can use longitudinal study designs. And the scope of the study is focuses on the undergraduate international students that are already in Malaysia because they already experience and know the culture at IBCs in Malaysia, and maybe for the future research can expand the target population to the potential students before they enroll IBCs. And the limitations is only 4 factors that been studied for the decision making factors in Malaysia. However, next future research can use to explore more additional decision-making variables. As for the recommendations, university must enhance their institutional reputation and they need to provide more financial aid and scholarships in order to attract more students to come into Malaysia, and focuses more on getting collaboration or any partnership, especially from the company that hiring graduates. And further research maybe on the focuses on the nationality part as a moderating factor because the international students comes from many countries, and to provide support for international students so that they feel that they are not lost. As conclusion, the decision-making process of international students in selecting IBCs in Malaysia is not driven by only a single factor, but rather by a combination of international motivations and the external influences. And understanding the complex decision-making process provides valuable insight for IBCs in Malaysia. And the institution need to attract more international students and must address both international motivations and offering meaningful academic opportunities and external considerations by ensuring affordability, visibility, and strong institutional reputation. And ultimately, effective strategies to attract international students must recognize and respond to this dual influence of personal intent and contextual realities. I think that's all from me. Thank you.